你好，祝你有美好的一天。这就是频道 Celebrity News Today 247。这是今天的新闻。
Good guys. The good thing that Xiao Zhan wanted to show, he entered 2 rounds and was whipped by the whole network again. I really call a good guy. The mountain rain is coming and the wind is full of the building, and there has been no turbulent situation in the internal entertainment recently. Full of excitement, 5 large-scale evening parties were held in succession, which attracted the attention of the whole network, handsome men and beautiful women. Xiao Zhan also participated in the event of the Goose Factory's Gathering of Light. In the other few games, I didn't touch them, but obviously, some people didn't want Xiao Zhan to keep a low profile, let alone let the fans lie flat, so they had to get up and work. Why is it good guy at the beginning? Because what happened in the past 2 days really refreshed my new understanding of the operation of the entertainment industry. It is not very harmful, but it is very insulting. According to past laws, Xiao Zhan must have something very big and good about to come, and it is already on the verge of bursting out. In the recent live broadcast, the unpopular drama field is not worth keeping the opponent so active. There must be some very internal top-secret information that cannot be revealed, making hidden opponents anxious to find new opportunities, and the coffin plates that are visible to the naked eye can no longer be held. This is the law in Xiao Zhan's body, and it can't be beaten by thunder. What kind of internal good news has this gotten? Is it worthy of another ruthless attack on Xiao Zhan? The first thing that made me call good guy is the leak of a cut-off variety show that has not stopped so far. On social platforms, Xiao Zhan fans have appeared on a large scale, tearing up the 2 people of variety show guests FCC and Yard, and the style of painting has turned. It is obvious that this pot of dirty water will be completely poured on Xiao Zhan and fans. In this matter, the focus is not at all about whether the 2 guests, FCC and Yard, interact with Xiao Zhan, and whether they are treated differently. Pulling these 2 out, the concept that I have always wanted to secretly change is the problem of film source leakage. An entry related to Xiao Zhan Yangdi has appeared on social platforms. You said that this precise recommendation and placement will never end, just to make your focus deviate. The statement that the program team stood up to respond was only a response, and there has been no response so far. Even if the tea in the response is smelly, the key is that the pot is really not level. Rub the people's IQ on the ground. In the reality show variety show of the group of guests, the shooting process is often QA'd, and each guest is individually followed by a PD, video director. What was leaked was a complete clip of Xiao Zhan, with a detailed number on the screen, which meant that the guest was a carrot and a pit arranged clearly. What's more, this is a variety show made by myself. It is not difficult to find the roots. Is the door not optimistic, and the cameraman has gone away? I saw a post by a passerby from the end of the world. He clicked to a point that there is no forgetting in this world. The memory will not be forgotten, but it will be archived. There is a decent way of saying you don't mention it. I don't mention it. Once touched, if you shamelessly remove the only decentness, it will not be easy to stop. The leak of a video is just foreplay in the back of Xiao Zhan's hands. One thing can be used repeatedly to stir up countless times. This piece of variety show that has been exposed obviously has an initial effect on the impact it has brought. Set it aside half a year ago, if this clipped content is broadcast, fans should be more joyful and cherish, and will not develop into the current situation of ice and fire. Many people said that if Xiao Zhan stood up to defend his rights, it was obvious that he think too much. Don't even get mixed up in the entertainment industry. The reason why Xiao Zhan's self-employed chooses to be beaten is that it is not because of many fans that it can become his willful capital. To say a digression, sometimes I am quite envious of Zhao Liying and Baby, who can directly question Mango Channel's malicious editing and hype. There is no way, this is strength. But it doesn't mean that Xiao Zhan doesn't have this ability yet. Wang Karan once expected him to do not want Xiao Zhan to become a chariot of interest, but now he can twist his thigh with his arms. At least he has the right to choose. The second thing that allows me to call good guys is the news that the 2nd season of Qing Yu Nian will start shooting. This is a good thing, but the whole network seems to focus on it because of the original crew of the show. These 4 words, Xiao Zhan was brought into it. This drama was also a popular drama at that time, but I have not watched it, and I tried to click it to watch it, but I gave up after 2 episodes. Xiao Zhan's fragments in this drama, strictly speaking about 5 minutes by time statistics, according to the number of frames, 25 frames per second, there are 7,500 frames, which sounds like a lot. After 5 minutes of appearance, the character in the play Yan Bingyun is the outer edge color of the 20th episode. There is no place in the poster. In the second season, it became the focus of attention of the entire network, which also made the boycotters of Xiao Zhan come out, and it was impossible to distinguish it for a while. Who is the boycotter, who is responsible for the propaganda of the play, who is the black and who is the fan? The comment area is more exciting. According to the law of 2 domestic dramas, not expecting accounts for a lot. The main reason is that since the end of the first season, there was a plan to shoot the second part of the show. Goose Factory had already released the official poster and news of the filming at last year's promotion. As a result, the news of the filming was released again after a year. Obviously, it is not surprising that such frequent slips can make the people who eat melon rebel. Another popular message is replace Xiao Zhan. Seeing this, I personally said our side, a work is actually staring at a marginal supporting role, so what about it? Isn't he good, looking for the leading role? Is it going to be fermented into the original squad again, Xiao Zhan? After the official announcement, Xiao Zhan was successfully snatched off. The assembly of 227 made people think whether the play had used Xiao Zhan's heat to stir up the heat for the play. As we all know, the first season, I have already chewed on Xiao Zhan's traffic dividends, but I tried to enter the game before the second season. To say it is miserable, no one can compare to Xiao Zhan. The traffic is too big. It's also an annoying thing. I was taken into the game when nothing happened and was whipped by the whole network. Finally, while the whole network was spraying Shen, the official microblog of the online publicity team stood up and called on fans to don't pay attention to or discuss irrelevant content. This is indeed the case. In the face of all the games, you will break if you don't enter. But sometimes in order to drive the Xiao Zhan fans to move, it is indeed necessary to use very extreme methods, insulting and cursing, and the fans immediately move. I have to say that this trick works well, and it has been tried and tested. But when the online announcement came out, it was a kind reminder, "I'll come back again, I'm going to do it." This article is over. Reminder, without permission, plagiarism and infringement must be investigated.